Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Calvin Tobin Show. I am your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. All right, history has been made. Now, who made history, you may ask? Auston Matthews made history. What history did he make? He became the third player this century to score 60-plus goals in a single season. The only other two players that have done it, the first one that did it was none other than the great eight, Alex Ovechkin, who got 65 all the way back in 2007, and then 5 years later, Steven Stamkos got it with 60 himself. And now Auston Matthews just achieved his 60th goal against the Red Wings as he beat them 3-0. Now, the biggest question for Auston Matthews right now is, yes, he did hit 60 goals this year, and that's absolutely unbelievable, but can he bring this greatness into the playoffs? Even though that Toronto is facing the defending champions, can Auston Matthews be that guy that can lift the Toronto Maple Leafs past the first round for the first time since 2004? They haven't been in the second round since 2004. Can Auston Matthews, Mitchell Marner, John Tavares, and Mitchell Bunting, can he help all those guys out and be able to get Toronto past the second round? Because that's the biggest question, let alone it being for Auston Matthews. Toronto's got to be able to answer that question for themselves as well. They got the team to do it, and this is their best season so far in the regular season. Are they able to bring the greatness that they have in the regular season and bring it against the Tampa Bay Lightning and potentially upset them from getting a three-peat this season? Now, speaking of upsets, the Edmonton Oilers absolutely had a huge upset on the Pittsburgh Penguins as they beat them 5-1. In this game, Connor McDavid was nothing short of great as he notched his 122nd point of the season, which is a record for him. And let's see what he can finish with. Might be towards like 125 to 127 range. Maybe. Who knows? Because he's got a couple games left to stack up some more points. Because so far, Connor McDavid has had one hell of a season, and it's his best season so far. 44 goals, 78 assists. Connor McDavid just continues to get better, and it's such an amazing player to watch. Now, with the Oilers playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, Connor McDavid and the Oilers looks like they gave us a little taste of what they can bring against the LA Kings in the first round of these Stanley Cup playoffs and what we might get out of them. Because Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Evander Kane, and so many others, this is the Edmonton Oilers' best team, and it's showing towards the end of the season so far, especially putting a whooping on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Can Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl bring home the cup or even get there themselves? Because they've yet to do it, but these guys are too talented. Now, in this game, Sidney Crosby didn't look as good as he should be heading into the playoffs, and if the Penguins continue to look like what they look like against the Edmonton Oilers, their season is going to end as quickly as the first round. But when it comes to playoffs, certain teams know how to turn on that switch. Can Sidney Crosby flip that switch? Can he bring the Pittsburgh Penguins into the second round? Because the first round is where all of the true epicness starts, because you don't know who's going to get upset, because there's surprises every single season. Now, speaking of surprising, the New York Jets are actually front runners to get Deebo Samuel. Now, is Deebo going to go to the New York Jets, or is the 49ers going to keep him? Because there are tons of rumors of him going other places. He did ask for a trade, but is Deebo Samuel going to go through a little bit of a similar situation, potentially like what Deshaun Watson went through, where he asked for a trade, but the team just won't trade him that year. But who knows? But any team that's going to get Deebo Samuel is going to get an absolute superstar of a player, because Deebo is a true difference and game changer, because he knows how to go 0 to 100 real freaking quick. And any team, especially the Jets, because the Jets need as many good players as they can get, as they continuously to be at the bottom of the league year after year after year. Zach Wilson throwing to Deebo Samuel and Robbie Anderson, that can be a start right there to get the New York Jets back on track and potentially have a 500 season instead of being way under 500 and being at the bottom of the league. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks just beat the Chicago Bulls in 5 games to advance to the second round and to play now the Boston Celtics. In my opinion, this could be the best series of the entire playoffs, even going all the way to the NBA Finals of whoever's gonna get there and play each other. Milwaukee versus Boston, Giannis versus Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown versus Brook Lopez, and so many other great matchups that's going to take place. Now, the Boston Celtics right now are the favorites to win the title, and based on what they've done so far, they totally have the best chance to do it this year. I didn't think they were going to do as great as they were this year because of how many players that they lost, and only Jalen and Jason stayed. Now, what they've done, getting to the second round so far, there's a huge chance. And this is also another shot at Jason Tatum getting his first ring. Can he finally get there? Because he's been to the Eastern Conference Finals year in and year out, but can't get that final step to get into the NBA Finals. Does he have a chance against Milwaukee this year? Who knows? Because Milwaukee's the defending champions after they beat the Phoenix Suns in 6 games. And here's the thing. Milwaukee beat Chicago in 5 games, and they did it without Chris Middleton. And Chris Middleton is expected to be out the entire series between Boston and Milwaukee due to his MCL grade 2 sprain. But since he's been injured, based on what Milwaukee showed against Chicago, it looks like Chris Middleton his absence was no biggie for Giannis and the Bucks as they destroyed the Boston Celtics in the final game, 116 to 100. This series is going to be absolutely insane to watch. Now, speaking of something insane to watch, tonight is the 2022 NFL Draft. It is officially here, where dreams are about to come true. Now, as of right now, the top two players that are expected potentially to go number 1 is Trayvon Walker and or Aiden Hutchinson. Who's Jacksonville going to get? Are they interested in Trayvon Walker more, or are they interested in the Heisman finalist Aiden Hutchinson? In my opinion, I would go with the Heisman finalist Aiden Hutchinson because, for one, he had a record-breaking year as he achieved 14 sacks for Michigan as a school record, and he got this team all the way to the college football playoff. Same thing with Trayvon Walker, as he was a part of one of the greatest college defenses in college football history. This is a very tough decision for Jacksonville. Like, who are they going to get? Because this ain't because these two type of players, this is not going to be a miss at all, because this is the type of talent that can change your defense for the better right away. Now, who's going where? Where's Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, James Cook, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Sauce Gardner, Kyrie Elam, and so many other players? Where are these guys going to go? Can these guys be a true difference maker for their team right away? Yeah, it is the rookie season, but there are tons of players that can be an instant superstar right off the bat. For example, like the 2 wide receivers from LSU, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow. These guys have been off to an unbelievable start. Can these same guys who are all expected to go in the first round, can these guys be that difference maker? Can they make their team better? Because we will see. And as of right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars are officially on the